All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Betting by the Numbers, a sports betting YouTube and Discord channel dedicated to taking the decision-making process out of the hands of idiots like me and putting it in the hands of people who win. We are back after an incredibly successful night last night. For those that follow along on the parlay play picks, both that posted on Pickett, Discord, and on the YouTube channel, we hit a 5 out of 5. It was a 6 pick that had one push line, but that is still a 12 times payout. And that hit last night, which makes up for several days worth and just an awesome win. Got a little close there at the end with Steph Curry making a couple free throws, but stayed under his points, rebounds, assists. And Warriors got the job done. And wow, what a game in the Bucks Heat game last night. Jimmy Butler, just unbelievable, making a shot, falling down midair. Awesome games. So you know what? We go back today. Like I said yesterday, just because we win does not mean today we start putting down enormous bets compared to what we are normally betting. It means that we simply withdraw some, take some profits, and then use some money to make bets that are the same range as the ones from yesterday, just to continue to find that value, and over time, watch that bankroll continue to rise. So let's look at the slate for today. Only one NBA game today, with the other three series all ending. We have the Celtics Hawks, with the Celtics opening at 4.5, going to 6.5, with 52% of the tickets, 75% of the cash. I was going to say, if you want to take the Celtics, I would take them now because I don't think that line's going to get any smaller. I'm not sure it's going to get much larger, though. It might stay in that 6 or 7 range, just because you start getting a lot higher than that in the likelihood of a 10-point win versus maybe a 4-point win is dramatically different. So over under at 232, gone down to 231.5. So in the NL, looks like we have a full slate of games today with, we got 2 games before noon, and we got 4-day games. Over in the AL, we only have 1 afternoon game, and we have 1 interleague game at noon. So not a full slate of baseball today, but we definitely have 1, 2 in the day to check out. So plenty of series. We will highlight any picks that we like on that. And then on the NHL playoffs, 3 games tonight. Just to remind everybody where we're at in the series, Toronto and Tampa Bay. Toronto is up 3-1 at home. This is their chance to shut the door and end this. I like the Leafs there, but we will see. Rangers, Devils. Rangers are headed to New Jersey. The away team has won every game this series. So very interesting game 5. I honestly have no idea who's going to win that. There might be a lot of goals, but that series is just so volatile. Yeah. And then we have the Jets Golden Knights at 9. Let's check out those lines. Looks like Tampa Bay and Toronto open and are stuck at minus 150 for Toronto. New Jersey opened at minus 135, has gotten down to minus 118, with 63% of the cash and 72% of the tickets on the Rangers, actually. And Winnipeg and Vegas opened at minus 170, has gone to minus 180. So Toronto and Vegas are pretty heavy favorites right now. Interesting to see where that money goes, if it stays there or if these two teams, Winnipeg and Tampa Bay, get any juice to try to come back in this series. So I don't believe I have any DraftKings picks just based on this. I think I'm going to have to look in these lines a little bit more. There's just nothing that jumps out right now. And baseball lines, as you can see, there's not a lot of money bet on these yet. And these numbers mean really nothing to me with that little amount. So we'll just wait and see what these get up to, and I'll post the picks as I said I would. So let's head over to Prop Professor and the Odds Jam Fantasy screen to make our picks for today's prize picks. I hope we didn't lose any while we were getting prepared, but it looks like our first pick we are going to entertain is Seth Lugo over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 142 at Pinnacle, minus 150 at Caesar. This line's going to move. The question is can we get in our pick before the line moves? Hold on, we have to give this a refresh. Okay, Seth Lugo. Oh my goodness, yes. Now, the Cubs don't strike out. I do know this, and I've been on the wrong side of this several times. It is hard to hit your strikeout line against them. However, I think 4.5 is way more likely to hit. Yeah. I'm okay with this. So that is going to be our first pick. We're going to head over to the MLB tab, type in Seth Lugo, and add him to the over. Good value compared to the minus 119 that you're going to be playing if you play a 5 or 6 pick prize pick. Again, that just creates value between the sports books, and you take advantage of it. So I told you I'm just not a fan of betting unders in shots on goals in hockey playoffs, especially with overtime happening more frequently. You know what? If you want to do it, fine. I've seen plenty of people in the Odds Champ Discord and other places make plenty of money doing it. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just not for me. So Cal Raleigh over base minus 143 at Caesars minus 143. Pinnacle, again, that is almost enough to make me want to bet it. Let's head over to props.cash and see if we can't find any reason. He's only, it looks like, had 2 appearances this year. No, he's had more than that. Oh, that's first Philly. Okay. He's doing well this year. And he's a left-handed pitcher. He struggles a little bit more. So he's a switch hitter, batting .231 from the right, but the guy goes up more on the left. I'm okay with this. I'm going to check out Ballpark Pal. This is in the Seattle game and just see if, +9 for singles today based on the weather. Sure. Yeah, I like it. So same lines here. I'm going to follow it. Again, these are ones that you just make these picks. Now, I know he bats at the end of the order because I bet him a couple times. So you do maybe get limited on your picks, but I'm basing this on the value. What's been winning lately? Let's look at these. We got 3 shots on goal, all basically showing me the same lines, except this one has a minus 151 at Pinnacle. All right, let's get moving because some of these lines are pretty skewed. So I'm very concerned that this line is going to move sooner rather than later. Okay, so he has not had any shots on goal at all. What? I'm not taking that line. You guys have fun. That's all right, Marsha. 2.5. Now that is much more interesting. He's hit that line several times. It looks like they're going back home. How is home? Usually helps. Okay, I'll add that. Jonathan Marshall. Vegas. Let's add that one to it right now. Just because, look, minus 140 at BetMGM, minus 139 at Pinnacle. This line might bump up to 3. I like getting it in now. So we will add it. And then let's head over to Props Professor to look at some more picks. Nicholas, I'm sure you're going to see it right here. Yep, 4.5. Let's check out his. So we'll head over to the MLB. So the reason we're looking that up is because Miles Mikolas over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 140 at Pinnacle, minus 138 at FanDuel. These books are showing, obviously, that they think or they want to get people to go on the over, at least. Yeah, San Francisco strikes out a lot. Let's see if they played each other last year. He threw 3, but that doesn't mean much. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so we'll add that. And again, the reason we're working quick, as you guys saw yesterday, if you didn't watch, mid-pick, 2 of our guys just fly off the board. So it's time to go. We're going to have less NBA picks, unfortunately, today because we only have 1 game. So I think that we're going to have to start finding the breadcrumbs in these baseball picks because that's the world we'll be living in the next couple weeks after these. I guess we get playoffs for, what is it, like 3 more months, however long it takes in the NBA. Man, that was like an old guy take. Let's see. Mitch Marner over shots on goal. We're going to head to the NHL. A lot of shots on goal, but that's not always a bad thing. Let's see. In the last 5. Okay, I like that. What about the last 30 when they are... Yeah, I like this line. It's going to go to 3. If you're going to want to bet it later, you're going to have to pay 3. I will pay less now. All right, so that gets us to 5. Let's see if we like one more line. So one thing I will tell you when I look for the line discrepancies like here, right? Our PrizePicks line is at 2. All the books lines are at 2.5. That's great, right? That means the line has already changed. However, if I'm going to find the most value in it, I'm going to find one like this. And the reason this one's different is because this means that at Caesar for under 4.5, it is minus 103. And that to me is telling not only did the line change, it still went down. So I like that line a lot. Let me look that up. DeAndre Hunter, NBA, because that could be our final pick. Let's see. Rebounds. 4.5. Oh boy. That is volatile. Let's see if it's made a difference. So they played on the road. So now they're playing back at home, right? Yeah. What does the line look like when he's at home? Okay. I mean, it's either feast or famine. The line's telling me it's famine. Is there any other line that's going to appetize me more? I don't know. That is pretty convincing to me. But you could just get it blown through, and that's just the worst feeling. So I'm kind of being hesitant. Let's look and see. Is there any more little breadcrumb? Come on. 2 to 2.5, but not a lot of juice after. 6 to 5.5. Interesting. Now, Deontay Murray is 6 to 5.5. Rebound. 3 days rest. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Sorry. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Logan Webb under strikeout. Oh, no, that is the line we want. George Kirby over strikeouts. You can see it's gone up to 5.5 and is minus 110 at books. Yeah, let's get that locked in. Let's check that one out on PropStock. George Kirby over strike, but we're gonna drop the line to 5. Philly does like to strike out, which is good, I guess. He hasn't hit this line yet. But the line's moving up. I'm gonna go with it. I'm going with it. All right, we're going to head to the MLB tab and get George Kirby over strikeouts at 5. That's a push line. I'm okay with it. So, looks like we have a good lineup. All right, let's just see if there's one more. Let's refresh the line. If there's anything we haven't put on here. Because the Marchand line is the only one that's given me any pause. Shane McClanahan minus 158. That line is gonna. What in the world? Let's look at his strikeout from Tampa Bay. Oh my goodness. Oh, and it's against the poor old Whites. Oh wait, we're gonna take this. Okay, sorry, Jonathan. You're going. We're gonna have a baseball heavy lineup this morning. We'll add you later. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right. There's your lineup. Seth Lugo, over 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. Cal Raleigh, over 0.5 bases. Miles Mikolas, 4.5 strikeouts over. Mitch Marner, over 2.5 shots on goal. George Kirby, over 5 pitcher strikeouts. Shane McClanahan, over 6.5 pitcher strikeouts. So that's our parlay play, or rather PrizePicks pick for today. You can see a 6 out of 6 will pay 25 times, and a 5 will pay 2 times. So $20 entry would win you 500. We will get this pick locked in. Again, as I said, we will post all of our picks over at Pickett. They will be posted on the Discord, and they will be posted on YouTube. So follow along in all of those places. We will try to match our 12 times payout and maybe get one of those 25 times payouts tonight. So we're going to have multiple entries and then look for some game lines as well, maybe with some day baseball. So a lot happening here. We've been keeping these videos coming every day straight for 11 days now. Not going to stop anytime soon. You guys keep watching, subscribe, like, tell your friends, and we'll keep winning money. So thanks for following along.